it's HayIshMandy, and welcome back to The Sims 2. It's time to continue on our story of trying to play The Sims 2 in 2025. My goals are still the same. I would really like to try and get a husband. I just want to live a normal Sims 2 family life. That's what I'm trying to do. I started off finding this cute puppy outside our house, and then my sim lost all its soul and its eyes. And I think that had something to do with this dog, because this dog did not like me. He was awful. This little demon has become a terror. Actually, I think it's a she. I can't remember. I think it's a she. All I know is I really loved this little dog. I thought it was so cute. I really wanted it. And it's evil. It is the demon. It is evil reincarnate. I don't care. I tried so many times, and it keeps coming back to haunt me this entire playthrough. So have fun spotting them. I think it's Shima was its name. I can't remember. But my sim is filling in some holes in our yard left by the lovely demon dog. And while digging through the holes, I found a gnome! And now we have our first little lawn ornament. That garden competition doesn't have anything on me. Also, the dog destroyed my couch and then dug another hole and then left. I hate that little demon dog. Demon dog aside, I still had the mission of getting a husband. So I called over Brandon and he brought a girl with him. But that's no problem. We just went out in our PJs to keep the attention on us. The girls did try, though. Brandon and I ended up talking all throughout the night. The girls eventually left. And I think Brandon was really smitten. I think he was completely falling head over heels for us. I mean, just look at our girl, Layla. She is perfect. She's a dime. She's beautiful. She was handing out massages for him. Just really hook, line, and sink in that fish. We continued to follow Mandy's 5-step process to get us a husband. Back massage completed. That's when we decided to take him inside. And little demon dog showed up again. But then I remembered I don't have a couch to make out on. So I went and purchased one of those because it's kind of hard to impress a guy if you invite him into your house and you don't have basic furniture. But hey, at least we have 2 pillows on our beds. I should also inform you guys that at this point of our conversation, I realized that I had recorded this entire bit without any audio. So I will dub over important things with their audio. I wish you could hear their flirty conversations because they were being very seductive, I guess one could say. So yeah, I mean, at least you don't have to hear all the kissy smoochy sounds because they were definitely a thing. But we were putting on the moves. I was doing every flirty interaction that I could possibly do, and I was being very stressed the entire time as I was doing it because I didn't want to make a mistake. But things went well. Things went surprisingly easy compared to all the other times we tried to get a guy to flirt with us. So I think that was a good sign that Brandon was it. Sadly, our little date had to come to an end and Layla had to go to sleep because we had our first day of work in the morning and our work uniform was the best thing that could have ever happened. Also, the demon dog appeared again, stalking our house while I'm away, trying to probably break into the house to eat another couch. I also went ahead and gave our house a little upgrade at this point. So here's the mods that I made before I ran out of money. As you can see, I added on another bedroom, a hallway that went from the stairs. I moved the stairs over because I didn't like them being in the middle of my house. It doesn't look great. There's a lot of things missing. But you know what? This is The Sims 2. I'm not a builder in The Sims 4 even. So, it's not going to look great. But you know what? I think it's acceptable for The Sims 2. I promise more modifications will be made eventually. Just keep holding my hand. It's going to be okay. And of course, during this entire playthrough, I found another dog that I thought would be a cute potential, but it once again left before I could get it to come live with me. That's when another Sims day ended, and I still haven't accomplished anything. It is taking me so long, but I'm really getting a hang of taking care of Layla's needs, starting the day, going to the bathroom and taking a shower, and working on her fun is cute because she does these little dances. I love The Sims 2 dancing. I'm just going to let you bask in that for a little bit because it was honestly my favorite thing to watch. Just, I don't know. There's something so real about the dance animations, the movements. Like, they're crappy. They don't dance well, but it feels like how you would actually dance if you were home alone. I then had her work on her creativity skill and charisma a little bit before it was time yet again to go to work. And this time her career outfit was a mime outfit because we got another promotion since then. And The entertainment career really has some choices in work outfits because they fill me with so much joy to see my Sims go to work like this. Once again, I wish The Sims 4 had this kind of creativity and funniness with work outfits for every promotion. And once again, little demon dog came back. I swear, this dog is haunting me. It is the only dog that has come back to my house this many times. I've never had this many repeats from a dog. I took it as fate and thought maybe I was supposed to have this dog. Tried socializing with it again, and it continued to growl at me and bark at me. And so, no. I hate this little thing, but apparently it took that as an invite to come back into my house and immediately start to try and rip up my couch again. I hate this little dog. Okay, I don't hate it. I think it's really adorable. I just hate that it won't let me love it. So I shoot it away because I can't afford to buy another couch. I then went ahead and paid our bills. And look at the snow animation collecting on the top of the roof. That is so plushy and so cute. I love the snow animations in The Sims 2. The way it piles up around their feet when they walk, it's adorable. I wish The Sims 4 had deep snow. Honestly, I think in a lot of these Sims 2 videos, you're going to hear me say, I wish The Sims 4 had this, and I apologize, but it's going to happen a lot. And after maintaining our house some more, working on her skills, like her charisma and creativity, it was time for her to head out to work again, but I decided to play in that adorable snow. And look at her making a snow angel. There's nothing like a snow angel before it's time to go to work. And as she was leaving, she was thinking about marriage. So I took that as a sign, and I think we are going to prioritize getting Brandon to marry us. So I went ahead and took care of our needs before sending Layla off to bed because we had a big day ahead of us tomorrow. We were going to get a husband. It's time to husband trap, people. As soon as Layla was awake, I went ahead and had her harvest from our money tree and go to the bathroom and take a shower before it was time to call over our man. I'm really going to have to do something about his outfit because the kilt really isn't doing things for me, but that's fine. We can change that. It's just the outfit. It's not his personality. His personality is great. Demon Dog, do not ruin this for me. I really like Brandon, and I honestly don't think we'll be able to find a Sims 2 guy that's more attractive. I don't know. He's just perfect. He's perfect for us. Besides the kilt, he's perfect for us. But with more flirting, we were doing great, and then I saw the propose tab, and it made me a little nervous. Engagement fell a little too soon, so I decided it was time for him to move in. Also, there is no interaction for your Sims to ask them to be your boyfriend or girlfriend unless they're a teen Sim. So if you're looking for that, just know that if your Sims are crushing on each other and they're in love with each other, they're basically dating. There's no exclusivity with that in The Sims 2. Luckily, Brandon immediately accepted our invitation to move in, and he decided that checking the mailbox was priority number 1. And so I put him to work. I had him recycling newspapers. I had him out in the yard filling holes in for us. I was putting him to work. Now that we had 2 Sims, I was convinced things were going to get easier from here on out because I had 2 Sims to do housework. I was, in fact, a little wrong, but it's fine. Now that he was a part of our household, it was time to fix that awful kilt. So I know in The Sims 2, you can go shopping for clothing. That's how you get more clothing in The Sims 2, besides the basic options. So I used the phone, called a taxi, and found the shopping boutique, and took him straight over there because I can't watch him in the kilt anymore. It ruins my vibe, and before we get pregnant by this man and marry this man, he's got to change. Appearance-wise, not personality. He's great. I mean, I guess he's actually a slob, and that's not great for us, but I will take him. I love him anyways. All right, now if you're wondering how to do some shopping in The Sims 2, it's pretty easy. You click on the clothing racks and they browse through. Oh my God, all of the animations for shopping it's so cute. I love it. Our bestie Nina was here watching our man, making sure that he picked out a decent outfit. Once you hit the browse option on the clothing rack, you can start flipping through shirts, pants, and full body outfits. I went ahead and had him try on a shirt and a pants option because I wasn't vibing with the full body, but that's fine. The shirt and pants offered enough for me. And look at how he just takes the clothes from the clothing rack and takes them to the dressing room, tries them on, and then immediately goes in front of the mirror and starts checking himself out with his new clothes. It is such a beautiful animation. It's not just a Oh, if this was The Sims 4, you know they'd pick out the clothes, they would do a little spin in front of the clothing rack, instantly put the outfit on, and do another spin, and the clothes would instantly be off. The process for The Sims 2 is just so much more realistic. How did we fall from grace this far in The Sims 4? But once he tried on those outfits and I liked them, I went back to the clothing rack, hit the buy option, and then selected and added all of the items that I wanted to purchase to our cart before deciding to cash out with them. And so he takes those clothing items from the clothing rack and brings them to the cashier, holds them in his hand, and actually purchases them. Hands the money to them and everything. How did we fall this far from grace? Rant aside, sorry. After purchasing our clothes, I decided I was going to go head back home and go to the call booth. And then this witch appeared. And I believe there are good witches and bad witches in The Sims 2. I so badly want to mess with the magic and all the other things The Sims 2 has, but I'm scared. I'm not ready for it. Look, she just summoned bad weather. She's a bad witch for sure. I find it all a little intimidating because just look at how cool that looks. I want to learn how to do it. I'm not ready yet, but I want to learn how to do it eventually. She even casts a spell and summons her little familiar to join us, which is super cute because it like has this little green cloud over it and runs around with her. It's really cute. I love it. Also, don't mind my sim doing the dancing chicken in the background. He's just stepping on some bugs. But finally, the cab showed up and safely took us home so he wouldn't get, killed by the bad witch lady. I don't even know if she can kill my sim, but I'm not going to take the chances. I had him head home and immediately head upstairs, even though he was stinky, and went to a dresser and put him in his new clothing. So if you're wondering how you do that, that's how you do that. Even though he was stinky, he then said that he was really hungry and started stuffing his face from the fridge, which I think is such a funny animation to watch them just raid the fridge and pick things out of it and drink from the carton of milk. It's so in depth. I love these animations. The Sims 2 is great at it. And even just watching my Sims make their food, I sit there and I actually watch them make their food the whole time because the process is so good. Like grabbing the bread, you can see them spread on the butter, go into the drawers, grab a pan. It's so beautiful. It really is. That's when another work pop-up comes to ruin my day. And so she's a mime. Another mime comes onto her corner, and the choices are to either have a sword fight with them, like, a mime sword fight, or offer peace or ignore them. I choose to fight back because I think, oh, it's a mime. It'll improve our show. We'll make buddies. That didn't work. Apparently we lost the mime sword fight and I lost a body skill point. So that's great for us. I never win these things. I have to know, are there good options? Because I haven't been able to pick them. Also, since Brandon's more of a slob, his shower animation is different than my sim, who's like a normal clean sim. And like water droplets will actually fall out of the shower in such a messy way. And it's so cool, the level of detail in The Sims 2. It's amazing. I also learned that even though Brandon's cooking skill is decent, he burns a lot of meals, which ticks me off. As we continue to have Brandon in this family, you will see he burns a lot of the meals, and we just have to suffer through it. It is what it is. He then goes off to work, and I learned that he is a criminal. He's a burglar. His job is a burglar. I thought for a sec, oh, cool, he's another mime. Nope, he's a burglar. At least he wasn't the one that robbed her house. Or actually, that would be kind of a cute, very book talk love story, I guess. But even though Layla had a bad day at work, she still came home with a promotion. So I guess me and Brandon will no longer have matching work fits because I'm not a mime anymore. We've moved on to a lounge singer, so I can't wait to see the career outfit for that. But I did my typical after work routine and had her jump into the shower and go to the bathroom. The shower broke, so then Layla had to go fix that before she headed off to bed. And while she was sleeping, eventually Brandon came home and he was also extremely tired and he went upstairs to sleep. He also brings home like $800 from work, which is like double what we make. So that is awesome. Brandon got all the way to the bedroom before he decided to pass out right in front of the bed. I thought it would be like The Sims 4 and he would wake up a few seconds later, but no, he ended up sleeping there for the rest of the night, like laid there all night long. The sun rises and he is still on the floor. The poor boy. I don't know if they're not allowed to sleep in the same bed because they're not married yet. So we got to resolve that issue. But Layla wakes up and she waves at him on the floor and he gets up. He's like, oh, hey, I wasn't here the whole night. I was just checking the quality of the wood floor that you have here. It looks great. I'm going to go to bed now. And what's really cute is Layla decides to get back in the bed and relax with him for literally a second before she gets up and begins her day because she was pretty hungry. So I had her make the typical 3 different breakfast options and eat all of those to fill her hunger bar before having her take care of the money tree and work on her charisma skill before she headed off to another day's work. And look at her lounge singer outfit. It's actually a pretty little dress, which is really cute. Then Brandon eventually wakes up. He makes his traditional 3 different breakfast items to fill his hunger bar, and he eats sloppily. You can see the animation of the food just flying away as he eats it. And even though he's a slob, I'm having him work on that by doing some more cleaning before he also has to head off to work for the day. As a freaking cat burglar, I still can't believe he's a burglar. They apparently work on opposite schedules because as soon as he leaves, she comes home, which is kind of sad that they work opposite, but it's fine. Layla does her traditional, I just finished up another day of work dance. I don't know why she does this. He does not do this, but she does. But once Brandon comes back home from work, I decide it's time to make these 2 official because I can't have him passing out in front of the bed anymore. And maybe I should have changed their outfits before doing this, but it's kind of too late for that. And then I got to experience my first cutscene.
Oh, Father Silo. Oh, Weevo.
Oh my god, that was so cute. Once again, I regret not having them change their outfits before I had her propose to him, but it's fine. They went to bed for the night, ended up cuddling. No, I didn't have them woohoo. I hadn't figured that out yet. And so the next morning when they woke up, I decided it was finally time to get a table so they didn't have to eat at the couch all the time. And then I learned of another cute thing that The Sims 2 do. If you have them serve dinner, they will put a plate serving out for each Sim who will potentially be eating that food. So they put out a plate setting for the other Sim, and then they grab one for themselves and they go eat. So since he prepared her a burger, I had Layla come and eat it before having Brandon clean his plate and head off to another day's work. Also, I noticed the difference that he sits in the back seat of his car. I'm sure it's for a getaway purposes, and Layla sits in the front seat. Layla then got another promotion as a ventriloquist, and once again begins her celebratory, I finished with another day of work dance. But this one is accompanied with a promotion, so it feels accurate. I then waited for a day that they both had off work, which happened to be a Tuesday. So we had a wedding on a Tuesday. So I went to the phone and I hit throw a party and started inviting over all of their closest friends on either side. Of course, our girl Nina was there, and then he had a lot more friends than we did. So he got to have more guests, which is fine. You know, it's not a competition. You can invite over the typical 8 Sims for a party, which is fine. It's interesting to see that that detail has not changed from The Sims 2 to The Sims 4. But also, when you start a party, that party starts instantly. So I quickly went and grabbed a buffet table and anything else I would need for our wedding. I grabbed a cake, realized I didn't have a place to put it, and I could have bought some place to put it, but I decided to just not have the cake at all. And our guests came over really fast and started instantly dancing together. And it seemed a little jumbled at first, like quite the party setting, but then they all synchronized up. And I wish I had the audio for this because like the clapping was all together and it was very interesting to listen to. But I don't know. The dancing, I like how they can just do synchronized dancing. And then the sun immediately set, so it was time for our wedding.
Bazia. Istavla mova.
Ashitontape. Aquien.
Jastavla.
I really hope they start bringing cutscenes back to The Sims because it's so cute watching them. I don't know why they ever got rid of them because they're so iconic. But as soon as the wedding was over, everybody started clogging up the bathroom, which was mainly the girls until the one guy came in. And they all got really offended and started yelling at him. And another girl started crushing on Brandon. And that's one of our friends, one of our few friends. started crushing on him, but Brandon's thoughts were all on us. And then our ex crashed the party. Is he an ex? I don't know. The blind date that fell from the sky. He all of a sudden showed up. My sim instantly gained weight, which was kind of funny upon seeing him. And he was just busting it down on the dance floor. So instantly I had to start a little bit of drama and throw a drink in his face and call him crazy for showing up. And then he called me crazy. And my sim instantly started crying on her wedding day. He poked us in the chest and started yelling at us and making us upset. He shoved us. At this point, I could not stand for any of this. So our man Brandon started coming in and fighting him. He yelled at him, threw a drink in his face, and put the business to this guy because he can't disrespect his wife on his wedding day like that. And I did everything I possibly could to this guy. I did the what's on your shirt and hit the nose trick. I really let him have it. Brandon threatened to fight him. He shoved us. And then I got a pop-up saying that our party was a success. And I thought it was funny that it said that when we were in the middle of fighting a sim. But hey, you know what? The party was a success. That was well. Layla, which I thought was funny, instantly jumped on the treadmill. I guess she was not happy about that post-wedding weight gain. And then she got off and got stuck between the wall, but she immediately lost the weight when she woke up. And I decided it was time to start our little family. Now, to save you some time, because it took me a second to figure this out, if you want your Sims to woohoo or try for a baby, you have to have both Sims relaxing on the bed before you can get that pop-up. And once you hit woohoo or try for a baby, you get the iconic Sims 2 cutscene that embarrassed many children because their parents walked in the room while this was playing. And you can't skip it, so enjoy.
Ah! Well,
Yeah.
Also, as soon as the animation was over, I did get the little sound effect that symbolizes that my sim was pregnant because there is no pregnancy tests in The Sims 2. And then Brandon and Layla went and started dancing together in their underwear in the kitchen, which is so real. It just feels like they're such a new married couple. Layla continued to work on her body skill for work and her creativity skill before finally getting that little pop-up oh my God, am I pregnant? I don't know. It was so cute to see her get that interaction. Brandon saw some bugs, sprayed for them, and then I decided it was instantly time to start preparing our nursery. So I went ahead and bought a crib and a changing table and a couple different toys for the baby to play with when it was born. I did put down a high chair. I'm just going to tell you this. Don't waste your time with high chairs in The Sims 2. I struggled with this kid, and I can't say why yet, but just don't even struggle with the high chairs. I regret even trying to do the high chair. It was not worth it. It was not worth my time and energy. I did go ahead and move a couple different features in the house around and ended up purchasing a dresser, which I thought I could put bills on. No, you can't. You can't put objects on the dresser. So that was kind of a waste of my money. I now regret that dresser and wish I had put an end table down because they still walk all the way upstairs and put it on their bedside table. Then they had a meal together. Layla went off to work, and when she got home from work, she discovered she was pregnant. And once again, if you are new to The Sims 2, they get maternity clothes when they become pregnant. You do not get to choose them. They are randomly assigned, which sucks if you get a bad one, but her outfit was pretty cute, so I was happy. And then I learned when I went to make a meal that we didn't have enough groceries in our fridge. So I had to use the phone and then order for groceries to be delivered to our house. I didn't know at the time how much food to buy. Tip, just always buy the full amount. Buy as many as you can because I bought $200 worth and it was not enough. And I had to buy groceries immediately again after this, after my Sims made 1 or 2 meals. I don't know why I was surprised, but I shouldn't be because The Sims 2 is amazing. A delivery man actually shows up at your house with a custom car, goes to the back of their vehicle, and actually takes the groceries out. I don't know why I'm surprised. The Sims 2 is just amazing. You then have to click on the delivery guy and accept the delivery. Your Sim will go collect the groceries from them and actually walk into their house with them and place them in their fridge. I don't know why I'm surprised. I really shouldn't be because The Sims 2 is just amazing. And then it happened. My Sim went crazy from not doing enough once She didn't feel fulfilled in her life and started losing her mind, which was interesting to see happen. That was one of my goals, is to see that pop up where the scientist comes and helps them. Or he's not a scientist, he's a psychologist. I don't know why I saw his outfit and my brain thought scientist. Well, they're close enough, I guess. But he did, his little inspection on her, told her to scream all her frustrations out to the world, which she did. And that appeared to do the trick. Once again, I'm sorry I don't have the audio for this. I'm so sorry. And like the most important episode with all the cutscenes, that's when I don't have it, of course. But once his mission was done, he flew away and Layla went to bed and woke up in labor. So now we get the cutscene for the birth.
Oh, stop.
And this is when things took a turn for the worse, because my sim had her baby. I didn't get a pop-up to name the baby. I was surprised. It was baby girl Lillard, and I was confused. And then I saw there was two babies. And then, of course, she immediately pops out another freaking kid. This is my first playthrough of The Sims 2. I'm not prepared for twins. Why does my first baby, my first time, I have twins? And then it gave me the pop-up to name the babies. I went with Elena and Bailey. I guess A and B. I don't know. Don't blame me for the names if they're not cute or creative enough. I was in a state of shock. A and B. That's all I could think of. Two babies. Two freaking babies! I thought I was doing well in The Sims up until now. My Sims were alive. That one just had a mental breakdown, but, that was besides the point. I was doing good. And then I had to go buy doubles of everything else, which once again, it skipped the high chair. I regret the high chairs. It ruined me in the end. But I went and put Elena and Bailey in their beds, and then panicked a little bit because I didn't know what to do to take care of them. Layla was tired and ended up leaving one of the babies on the floor because she was exhausted. I mean, she just gave birth to a baby. That's fair. And then I was going to have Dad go up and take care of, I think it was Elena on the floor. Poor Elena. You will see in the rest of this. Elena gets kind of the worst of everything, and I feel bad. It's not favoritism. It just happens to always be Elena. So Dad went to work. I ended up having to have Layla wake up from her sleep and put Elena in the crib. I struggled a lot taking care of these two babies because Sims 2 babies are difficult. Like, they need constantly to be fed, but you can't click on them and see how they're doing and what they need. So you have to kind of guess, which, I mean, you have to do with the real baby too. You just kind of have to guess. So it's really important to get them on a routine. But you know what? I'm going to let you see how bad things went. I think my Sim peeing on the floor in front of the twins is sign enough to tell you that this did not go well for me. So stick around for the next episode where you see my entire struggles with raising twins in The Sims 2 because it did not go well. Have a wonderful day. Bye!